DC Comics.
First of all, I realize this is probably not how you thought the story would start.
You mean with narration? That's most movies these days, I think. Okay, I'm all for using animation to your advantage in a fantasy world, but this grappling hook doesn't go anywhere near where she needs it to go to get over this gap. Cartoon Cop is way better than most movie cops because he actually shoots at the tires, but he's the same when it comes to aim.
Freaking A!
Discount cursing. The inside of this truck is a Matrix Star Trek holodeck background of greenish squares. Also, yes, I know that is the netting inside the truck bed, but my question is really this. Why does the truck need netting all along each side of it? Just what is this semi planning to haul, eh? A bunch of jack-jacks? These asshats who waste tons of bullets firing on the Batmobile must be thinking, I've totally got that magic bullet that's gonna penetrate the out of that bulletproof glass. Just watch. Really? I admit the Batmobile is awesome and everything, but towing an armored truck? You can't just shoot a harpoon and manipulate that thing willy-nilly. It's thousands of pounds. After shooting at Batgirl many times, this guy decides, let's see if physics can take care of this. Batgirl doesn't get 75% skin burn from this forced high-speed bailout.
It's a lot of photos.
Now, I'm no Killing Joke expert, but this movie seems very not Killing Joke to me so far. This traffic cam apparently has tracking capabilities as if it's in a helicopter or something.
They said they could knock out the tracker on the armored car. I don't think they could plug a computer in their ass.
I'm going to assume that even the nerdiest of computer nerds could not plug a computer in their ass, but it's possible I'm not thinking fourth dimensionally.
Darker men, huh?
Barbara's friend tries to hook her up with a man within the first few seconds we see her out of costume, because you didn't know you were watching How to Lose a Batman in 10 days.
My dad's department has been setting up city cams.
And reading a lot of 1984, but I don't think that's related. Zoom and enhance cliche. Also, it's good to know you can get to Gotham's street cams just by going to the good old HTTP address.
I'll freak the F out.
Freaking the F out. This villain embodies all the classic traits of villains, with the compulsion of sarcastic clapping.
Can't end the night without a kiss.
What is it about vanquishing female foes that gets male villains all date rapey? No, seriously, Batman stops off for coffee at the Starbucks on the way to the crime scene? What's that drive-through conversation like?
His name is Paris. Paris Franz.
You're kidding.
Just because you joke about it in movie does not excuse this ridiculously terrible character name.
And that's it? You speak and the words are law?
God damn it, Batgirl, yes! And this is not a male-female thing, it's a super experienced Batman, super inexperienced Batgirl thing.
I thought you Brits liked the salt air.
That's racist. They're docked, like, close to town, right? Does this seem like a good spot to assassinate someone in broad daylight? Why can't they go with the let's take a ride method, where somebody's got a piece of piano wire in the back seat? These mobsters totally Wrath of Khan these masked assailants. Look, I know Gotham is awful when it comes to crime, but they keep a truck involved in a crime in an unguarded impound lot, and just any asshole can come strolling through here and leave gifts. The first half of this Batman movie is a Batgirl movie, which is fine, I just wish they titled it correctly.
You're getting hot. Hotter?
Just out of curiosity, where did she put that still transmitting phone? Also, it's kind of insulting that Batgirl is this freaking stupid. Like, the confidence part, I'm totally down with, but the reckless part, surely she's better than this. This guy's talking openly about his crimes in a bar. Sure, maybe he owns the bar, but still. How come no bars near me have sexy art on the walls like this? Batgirl Black Widows herself out of a hairy situation. Seriously, an elevator is your exit strategy? She came in through a window. Can't she go out that way?
Bull!
Bull. Batgirl defeats Batman? What the hell is going on? What the f? First off, she wears a bra under that? Second, that top is that easy to remove? Third, how would you even get aroused in the Batsuit? Not only is there limited room for things to move around down there, but even touching Batgirl's ass would be like wearing rose gloves while caressing the side of a radial tire. Also, did one of you just happen to have a bat condom on your belt? Because otherwise, bat pregnancy scare anyone? Demon Voyeur.
No, it was fantastic. Like fireworks.
Thanks, Katy Perry. On the left, the unnamed cafe utterly schools the business to the right on signage. Here's a small business tip. Don't put hieroglyphs on your business name or sign. People need to be able to read that. Barbara gets ready to pay for her coffee, and holy shit, how expensive is coffee in Gotham City?
You're so damn clingy. I feel trapped, like I can't move.
Someone forgot to not draw or animate this scene, so it wouldn't be in the movie.
We got a tip he might be hiding out at the docks.
Why the hell would he tell her this if she's off the case? Batman does not seem to understand that Batgirl lives by her own rules.
We'll talk later.
Animated Batman movie is much more Sex in the City than I think it intended to be. I just noticed Batgirl decided to climb up and perch on top of this thing, which has to be the most uncomfortable place in Gotham to be a disappointing character. Whenever you assholes say because he's Batman to questions like how does he know this, that, or the other thing, I present you Batman being completely unaware of his surroundings. And his Batmobile, with all the gadgets it has, can't detect a missile headed its way. 30 minutes in, still totally a Batgirl movie, and still totally not a Batman movie. Only 45 minutes left to turn it around.
Must be that time of the month.
I don't doubt this guy is an asshole and might say something like this. I just thought since we're in 2016 and all, we were past these kinds of insults being written into screenplays. Also, I don't envy you the beating that's coming after you made that remark, idiot. Meanwhile, in Gotham, the Killing Joke hasn't started yet. Barbara has a perfect view of every relationship in the city. Almost halfway through this movie and still no Joker. Mark Hamill is probably as pissed about this as Leto is about Suicide Squad.
I'll find some way to fill my time.
Well, you could start by actually working at the library instead of filling your time with gossiping and looking at street cameras. Batgirl quits being Batgirl because something abyss something reasons.
Coroner came in, gave things the eyeball. Says these poor saps died probably 3 years ago.
After briefly eyeballing these corpses, the coroner came up with a pretty specific timeline for when these assholes died. Okay guys, we need a sexy shot of a cartoon woman, so let's get out the horny paint. Batman casually parks his car on the street and takes the long walk up the driveway, rather than keeping his ride nearby and out of general view.
I got rights!
How in the f*** did the Joker get another person into his cell, make him up to look like him, and then escape?
Well, it's garish, ugly, and smells like piss.
I guess the first 30 minutes of this movie were just so we could see how much Barbara means to Batman? The second act feels so disjointed from the first act, though. It's like it doesn't belong in the story it began telling. Okay, now that this movie is two different stories completely, time for a flashback. Why stop at 2 when you can get 3? Picture of the fat lady turns into a picture of a pregnant woman, and those things are not the same. Jesus, were there any females anywhere near the writing room for this thing?
I have to go up on stage and nobody laughs.
What made this guy want to be a stand-up comedian? Any insight into that? Is he a naturally funny guy? And why was he riding all of his hopes on getting into show business?
I'm completely sold.
Right about now, I'm wondering why this guy, who has an old amusement park for sale, decided to show a potential buyer the place during the middle of the night, and didn't get freaked out at a guy in clown makeup showing up for the appointment. I guess he's never heard of the Joker?
There are girls on the street who earn that in a weekend, without having to tell a single joke or blow a punchline.
Joker thinks that these girls on the street aren't spending their time blowing things.
I love you, job or no job. You're good in the sack, and you make me laugh.
I tried to get my wife to use these as her custom wedding vows at our wedding, but she put the kibosh on that something fierce. Still don't know why. Whenever you're about to get into some hardcore Joker research, you need to hold up an average Joker card and stare at it to get in the mood. This movie is acknowledging a scene from Tim Burton's Batman, a movie incidentally that has a completely different Joker origin story, except for the falling in acid part.
You can't save everyone, sir.
Especially chicks you recently banged. What? I mean, you can't save everyone you banged. I mean, you can't save all the chick- Oh,
Barbara, I swear, you're fussier than your mother was.
Weird, that's the same exact thing Batman said to her just after climbing on his own cape because she suddenly wanted to keep hers clean. What? That's the dirtiest joke I've ever told? Well, did you see the Carrie video? You did? Damn.
That must be Colleen. She's early. We're gonna work out.
Why did Gordon bring a scrapbook to Barbara's apartment? And why would Barbara invite him if she knows Colleen is coming over to work out?
He was just robbing banks then.
But the headline specifically says the Joker is a murderer and a homicidal maniac. Joker shoots Barbara right in the uterus for some reason. Jesus, do these writers just fucking hate women? Also, man, this bullet has unbelievable propulsive powers.
In fact, the idea of her walking anywhere seems remote. Our venue wasn't built with the disabled in mind.
Joker seems to know that his gut shot caused Batgirl paralysis, even though science itself won't know this for hours. Okay, given the technology featured in this movie, we can assume the present day is somewhat around 2016. If the Joker's in his 50s, then he'd have been of marrying age around the late 80s or early 90s. Definitely not a time when old-time sailors were hanging out at bars like they're about to be shipped out to fight the Third Reich. There's nothing really wrong with anything the future Joker is saying here. I just need to point out that the guy in the background is perhaps the stillest motherfucker I have ever seen. Just a moment ago, these crooks snapped at future Joker for not being cool when talking about the robbery he's helping them with. Now they open up an incriminating bag containing a red hood that everyone's seen in the papers, in front of everybody.
Can't make a nest without breaking a few eggs.
That's funny.
No, it's cliche.
No, it's neither of those.
She'll never walk again.
Doctor says this after performing the most rudimentary neurological test possible. Also, f*** you, dude. Did you not see Forrest Gump or Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? Oh, wait, he was faking in that movie. Also, if she were Batman, they'd find a way to get her back to health in at least 3 months.
She found the victim in a state of undress.
Is the movie implying that in addition to being shot and paralyzed, Barbara Gordon was also raped? Because that is some heavy-ass shit for a Batman story, let alone a goddamn cartoon. The implication alone is sin-worthy. Goddamn, how much does this movie hate Batgirl? Now, hang the f*** on right there. You're telling me Joker had enough time to get the lights on, repair a lot of the equipment, decorate the park, plant a million TVs in the ghost train, shoot Barbara Gordon, and build a throne on a pile of creepy baby dolls?
Memories are what our reason is based on. If we deny them, we deny reason itself.
Joker expounds this freshman year philosophy to a naked man in a roller coaster who's surrounded by little people.
There is no sanity clause.
Kids, I hate to break it to you, but Joker just spoiled the fact that there's no sanity clause. It's just your dad in a suit.
Wear a suit and a bow tie. It's kind of the trademark with this Red Hood business.
Henchman says this to a person that is already wearing a suit and bow tie.
There was an accident this morning. Testing a baby bottle heater.
The story actually takes away any motivation that this guy would have to help this gang, but they're going to make him do it anyway. Which is poignant, I guess? The way things are? Some sort of moral lesson learned? I don't know. All these underground casino thugs attack with nothing but fists. I don't know about you, but if I were opening my own underground casino, I'd hire thugs that carry guns for security. Guns stop Batman. Fists do not. Holy crap, these are the hottest this side of town hookers I've ever seen. I don't have any doubt that the Joker came up with this song while he was in the asylum. He's had plenty of time to do that. But what I don't think he's had time to do is get all of his carny folk properly choreographed for this number.
Then there's a certain thing I do.
This goes on for some time. Amazing how tasteful these photographs are of Gordon's naked, paralyzed daughter. Joker was also able to take, digitize, and upload to this ride multiple pictures of a wounded Barbara.
Will I be able to breathe?
Ooh, my voice sounds echoey.
If the hood is that tight, there's no way his voice would sound echoey.
Said there was no security!
They must have altered things since I left.
Yeah, but why? Was there a rash of chemical robberies since he left? This fucker is the unluckiest person I've ever seen during an origin story. Batman apparently abandons pursuit as soon as Joker falls after scare tripping him. Don't worry guys, he just landed in the chemicals that change your entire appearance and make you go mad, but they aren't fatal. Rather than go right or left around this dead guy, Batman decides to get out of the car and walk down the completely open midway. Isn't this the fucking Dark Knight, who always got the drop on criminals by being one step ahead? How did the Joker convince all the freaks of the already closed carnival to fight for him against Batman? Don't worry guys, Batman's got a Banaka spray that helps him treat wounds from Joker's acid. Never leave home without it.
I've proven my point. Gordon's been driven mad.
So Joker's whole plan was to drive Commissioner Gordon mad? Feels like he could have come up with a better plan than this, and one that didn't require buying an old amusement park.
You had a bad day once, am I right?
Oh god, please don't show Bruce's parents getting murdered again. Please don't show Bruce's parents getting murdered again. Please don't show Bruce's problem with a surprise trapdoor is once you start falling, you shouldn't be able to reach the ledge. But he's Batman. Joker takes out Batman with a fucking lobster pot, and I'm all done with this movie's Joker.
He's as sane as he ever was.
I wonder if this plan to make Gordon insane would have worked if he had just killed Barbara instead of paralyzing her. I mean, Joker gave Gordon an out in this plan, to make him think she was dead when she really wasn't. That's a gift in this twisted world. How would this gun, which shot real bullets, be able to shoot a joke sign once it was out of bullets?
But the second guy says, what do you think I am? Crazy? You just turn it off when I'm halfway across.
It takes an hour and 11 minutes for this joke to kill, or whatever it is jokes do. So what happened? Did Batman kill the Joker? Did he put him back in the asylum where he can apparently escape at will? Whatever the answer is, it's simple as shit. Why would that joke change Batman's mind about killing him? Why would he trust Arkham to keep him detained? There's no good answer. Tell us what to think, for God's sake. But wait, there's more. This is part of the story that could only be told after a full minute of credits.
That's frightened me.
I'm dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his ashes.
Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it.
But a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it.
He's taking it to the limit this time.
Take it to the limit one more time.
This length of our primary communications antenna broke off and tore through my biomonitor and ripped a hole in me as well. But the antenna and the blood really managed to seal the breach in my suit.
Good. Where'd you go, psycho boy?
I felt like destroying something beautiful.
I'm sorry. It's just that...
And don't forget, I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
It's okay. Let it come.
Phrasing?
In a comic, you know how you can tell who the arch villain's going to be? He's the exact opposite of the hero. And most times they're friends like you and me.